On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. They know me very well, I ain't live no fairy tale. All the work that I put in, they know I ain't gonna tell. I keep it 100, cause all I know is real. I come from a line of hustlers, they only know the deal. They taught me how to move them quick and to play it slick. And to make sure that I watch out who I'm fucking with. Those motherfuckers got the game fucked up. They telling no motherfuckers to get a time cut. They say they biggest fear is a lawnmower. I dare a motherfucker say my name, watch how I John Doe them. I blindfold them, duct tape to hold them. They bodies eroding, expose it in acid soaking. I'm popping pills and smoking, overdosing on hydrocodone. My story keeps unfolding, a prophecy growing. I'm on a mission, but I'm buried these snitches who scared of a conviction. Leaving the scene, but I'm leaving no witnesses. I just look at it like I'm saving somebody a sentence. My name won't be mentioned, so motherfucker, let's get it. As I time to mission, for my decision will leave your fucking sign stripping. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. My circle well rounded, but still some a square root. Aided by the streets, only objective is the chase loot. Off my own too, that's how I pivot. Street life full time, no intermittent. I ain't scared of a sentence, accusation like clue. That sycamore blue is Terre Haute and Hoosier roots. It's for the troops, I lead my army through the field. Ain't gonna send the pawns march through the blood spill. I'm so like a pill, I alter your mind state. What y'all lack is heart, fall apart to the high stakes. Do this my way, my reputation savage. When I was down, bitch, I divided up the fractions and multiplied the addicts just to get the bag up. Seem like I'm always down, this shit don't add up. You big mad, huh? How I feel that I stay loyal. Acting like my brother when you mean more to me in the soil. I'd rather smoke a foil than shake your fucking hand. Regards you little bro, so I'ma turn my back like a man. You ain't trying to see these hands just cause you can't control your bitch. Oh, I take it to the grave, I ain't never snitched.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday Love. Yes, it is Saturday. It's not Monday. Good thing. We have a great show. I'm not going to BS you at all. I've been waiting all season for this. I got my boy in studio here in downtown Indianapolis, Bubby Galloway, man. What is going on,
What's
dude?
going on, man? How you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm great, man. Got you in town today for the show at the Emerson Theater?
Yeah, man. I'm excited about it.
Oh man, me too. So let's with this on time, I'm not gonna bullshit. So, where did you grow up?
I grew up in East Dayton.
East Dayton.
Yep, East Dayton, Ohio. Yep.
So where did this love for music? Where did this start? How did you get involved like this?
Love for music. I had a friend of mine. Right, we grew up together, played sports together, and he had a whole band. Not studio, but it was just like a garage band type thing, but in his bedroom.
Yeah.
I was so fascinated with it. Always wanted to be at his house. We always had like the freedom to like just be kids. His parents like worked during the day or something. So we was always there. And I don't know, man. It's just I wanted to do it. I was never really good at playing any instruments. Uh-huh. And believe it or not, I don't know how many like rappers today can say this story. But when 8 Mile, when Eminem put out 8 Mile, I was like, you know what? I can't play the drums. I can't play a guitar. What if I just try rapping? And we started battling each other, and I just always been like the better one with the words. So it just kind of stuck, man. And then after like sports didn't work out for me, I stopped growing at 5'5". It was kind of like, I ain't gonna make it to the NFL no more. I'm not going to the MLB. I might as well just be a musician.
About what age was you when that was kind of happening? You said you were going to your boy's house.
Yeah, I mean, probably like 10, 11 is when like the interest like initially sparked. So like just being around his band equipment and stuff like that. But like when I first started recording, wasn't until 7th grade, so I was probably like 12 or 13 years old. Yeah. And I put my like first song on a little disc, and it was over with from that point. Yeah.
So how long before you started feeling like when there were recordings like this is like, okay, you know, I can really probably do this. I could really start making something of this.
So my older brother's best friend, he rapped, right? Yeah. And I never really hung around him. They're a little older than me, but I never hung around him when I was small. But when he got he did like juvenile life. So when he got out at like 17 years old, he ended up living with us, and he was a rapper too. I at that point had like a microphone, a little computer to record and all that. We just started recording together, and he was like light years ahead of me with like the lyrics, and I'm like, wow, like he was like the first person that came to me and recorded and was like incredible. So I just, after meeting him, it was like, you know what, this dude can do it, and he's got the ability to like be somebody. So I like doubled down and try to really get on his level, and that was my brother Face. I reference him in at least every album, if not every song.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I was probably like 15, 16 when I was like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do for life. Yeah.
So how's the local scene? Because I know from watching you for a while that your local scene loves you. You're a local legend. I've seen it on the shirts. I've seen the crowds pulling together.
Dude, it's awesome, man, to be embraced that in like such a fashion, dude. It's really crazy to wrap my head around because I'm like super antisocial. So like these people I only see them when I'm out doing shows or stuff, things like that. But I don't know, man. It's just they kind of like watched my story. Like my brother that I just referenced, I call him my brother. It was really my older brother's best friend. But yeah, when he died, like I don't know, it was kind of just open about how I felt. I wrote music about how I felt about it, and I don't know, man. I think I just, you know, pulled some heartstrings with people, and they just was like, it was almost like they wanted to know what I was gonna do next without him, because we had our own little thing going in the community. Like we was kind of popular out there to begin with, me and my brother, and when he passed away, it was more or less like, what is Bubby gonna do next,
right?
Type of thing.
I mean, especially when they're already got your eyes on you, and I mean, something so tragic like a loss like that is a game changer. You know what? You know, some people go their way, some people change directions. You know, I really I'm out of sequence on some of the stuff. Do you have any big shout outs to all your people? That's usually how I start the show, like making sure you do plugs and stuff.
Shout outs. So what do you mean, like all my sponsors and
just
stuff?
Any sponsors and stuff. I know we're
kind
of bouncing.
I'm not popular enough for sponsors, but I would love to do some sponsorships.
Right on. Yeah, I want. Can we go ahead and play? Let's play Drive Me Crazy. I want you guys out there to see what Bubby is bringing to the table, because he's being real humble right now.
Hey.
Talking about I'm not cool enough for that, but I'm calling it a BS card because his shit is dope. It is fire. You guys have got to see this. Can you play some Drive Me Crazy, bro?
Bottle sipping, I've been swerving again. On a mission, I'm determined to win. Problem is, I'm just hurting within.
Is our mic still on?
Politicking, I've been learning the business. When drama's presented, they certain to listen. The odds were against me, I turned up the city. The plot must have twisted what turned you against me. Complimented cause they see the success. I'll admit it, it's been bringing me stress. Money tight, thought it needed a stretch. Covered in ice, thought I needed a flex. I guess I'm disguising the pain. Tears fall, tryna wipe them away. Still call, I decline when it rain. Clear my mind, free my soul. I'm alone as I ride on this road. I get high, up and low, I feel like I'm just losing control. This life been driving me crazy. This life been driving me crazy, crazy. This life been driving me crazy. Lord, take the wheel from me. Still sinning, but I'm really trying to build from it. In a position that people ready to kill over, try to prevent it, but never did it because I'm still going. God is my witness, I'm really giving all I got right now. Too committed, got people that I cannot let down. Every minute I'm grinding this to the clock runs.
So, dude, that is fire. I let them all look, especially since we're short. And I usually play the whole video. How do you go about when you're going in the studio? When you go into a studio to make a song, just like say it's a fresh song, how do you go about it?
So I actually record at home. I do everything by myself. Well, I record my vocal. I track my vocals by myself.
Nice.
I actually remember writing that one. So I was preparing for a hometown show back in August. So this must have been like July. And I was just walking, trying to like get my cardio together and trying to rehearse the show set.
Yeah.
Sometimes, have you ever heard of Discord? I know this is kind of off pass, but Discord, that's how me and my producer work. He's actually from Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah, so like him and I work through Discord. He produced that beat, and I'm just, doing my routine walk. And instead of listening to the show set, I had listened to the beats we made prior.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of like coming up with melodies, vocal melodies, and ended up coming up with that hook. By the time I got back from my walk, I instantly just pulled up Pro Tools and was like, laid the hook down and then just went from there. So sometimes I just, we just do it all in Discord. I mean, it's just different. It's just...
Discord, that's where you can work in different places and it kind of keeps it all together.
Yeah, the way I explain Discord, because I'm a big gamer, Discord to me is like party chats for like PlayStation and Xbox, but like on your PC and like way better. Okay. Like you can share the screen. I can literally watch him build a whole song. And
so you can edit live and hear that's cool.
Yeah, dude,
I
it's
might talk to you more about that.
Yeah, super
I haven't
cool,
used that one like that. Mm-hmm. So you know what's really cool about your following, and a lot of our artists that come onto the scene, it's not the same experience. Yeah. That a lot of artists have more love outside of their community.
That is true.
And so and I know they are just following you, but how did that how did you change that for like some of these other artists that's listening? How did they make I know that probably wasn't even a goal for you, but what made your experience different?
I wouldn't call it a change. I think, honestly, it's just a blessing because I travel to these different markets now, and I see like the people that are coming up, so to say like me. See, people think like, dude, I've been doing this for a really long time. You know what I mean? Right. I'm just now kind of stepping outside of my market, which is Dayton, Ohio, and doing bigger things. But I don't know, man. I was just blessed, and honestly it's more about the personality, and like I'm real personable, I talk to these people as much as I can on social media, and I don't know, like it's just my story, man. I'm telling you, like my brother, I don't know how like in depth we can get on this show, but like my brother was like, he was a popular figure kind of out there where we were from, so when he passed away everybody knew. It was like his name, he went by Face. It was like Face and Bubby, and when it was just Bubby, it was like, what's he gonna do? Right. And I just continued to execute until there was a point where I was just like, man, everything that I write is miserably sad. I don't like listening to it, so there's no way someone else is gonna enjoy my music. But I love making music, so I took a break for a couple of years, and it just took me down into like a depression. I knew I wasn't fulfilling what my purpose is in life, which I feel like is music. And it wasn't until a buddy of mine's like, what are you doing, man? You're wasting years of your life. You're incredible. You need to get back in the studio. I'm like, bro, I just don't know how to stay relevant. I don't know how to make these popping songs. I was a real lyrical guy. Like I said, I mentioned, like I'm not going to even compare myself with Eminem, but like, that's how I was introduced to rap. Is like bars and things like that, wordplay. So once once hip hop like started growing into this like dancey thing,
Yeah.
I completely lost interest, and I, in a way, lost hope. I just didn't see the end goal
End game.
anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I don't know, man. It was just like, you know what? You love making music, so just do it your way. Just do it the way that feels right for you. And I don't know, man. People grab it, you know. There's obviously a lane. It's working for me, so I'm gonna just stick to what feels right. And I don't know. I use music as like, this is kind of a cliche now, but like I use music as like a therapy session. Like I don't sit down. I don't sit down with like a counselor or nothing like that. But internally, like I got some demons I'm fighting. So, and that's just the best way to express myself. And just, you know, go on about
music therapy. I do.
Yeah,
I feel you, man.
Yeah, I listen to music for therapy, so why not make it for therapy? And like I said, it's been working for me, man. I can't ask for too much. I feel like I've been blessed beyond any of my expectations up to this point.
See, I think a lot of our listeners, you know, and we work with so many up and coming artists. I think that they don't get the reality of how long and how much fight it takes to get there. You know, my group, we just started doing really well. COVID hit, everything, and it crumbled.
Yeah.
And, you know, the amount of years and work that has to go behind that, I think everybody thinks, ooh, I just added auto-tune on my phone. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a star overnight. And it's not like that. It's years and years of work and years doing shows that don't pay shit, you know, and stuff like that. So what kind of advice would you give somebody that's just coming into the scene, that's just trying to find their way? What would be a really good piece of advice to give them?
Well, I'm gonna play off what you just said, because we've all probably been a victim of like overnight success, thinking that's an option, and it's not always the case, and it's actually rarely the case.
Very rare.
Yeah. So my advice is just, if you genuinely love, you know, music or whatever it is, do it because you love it. Don't do it because of what it can turn you into. You know what I'm saying? So like, do it for the love, and then it'll genuinely like grow for you. At least it is for me. So that's my advice.
Absolutely. Just in case you're just tuning in, I got Bubby Galloway here in Wave One Studios on the Monday Love podcast on our special Saturday edition. It's been great. Make sure you guys tune in, follow, subscribe, follow Bubby Galloway. We just played a little bit of Drive Me Crazy. We got another song. Can we go ahead and play a clip of that real quick? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to squeeze in. We're on a shorter time span than usual. And this one is Suicide Thoughts by Bubby Galloway.
I can't love you, so I love me first. I feel like everybody want me hurt. Is life worth living? I've been so unsure. Then I heard God said it's not your turn. Don't take me home. Don't take me home. Debuted my first album in the third week of May. Received a DM and it said it's urgent that we pray. He contemplating suicide, he said he cannot cure the pain. Continue to thank me for every word he heard me say. Who are you to try to judge how I felt if it helps the way that he's feeling? You lack a love for yourself, so I'm just gonna pray for your healing. I grip a pump like a shell, said it don't take me from my children. Got it out the water like Phelps, we was so deep in the trenches. Story of my life in a rap song. Watching time fly by, hoping cash grow. Ain't gon' seek a high when the bag's low. It's hard to piece yourself together when you flat, bro. I know that I'm dependent upon. I'm trying to work my issues out and become mentally.
So, Suicide Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
What was behind this? I mean, you go off the name, but what was your passion and how? What did?
So that song was inspired by messages that I received. So I put out my first album, you know, in this like digital world we live in now. I had a whole bunch of mixtapes on discs and stuff like that years ago, but it was like my first like debut in this digital world, so to say, right? And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little insecure about the things that I write on music, because it's like, it's a little not too manly, right? So like, I really put my heart over these songs. So like, when I put out my album, right, I'm so like transparent with what I say that people hear it and they feel like comfortable enough to come at me with their problems, almost as if I'm their real life counselor or therapist.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got some empathy in me, right? And people are really like letting me know, like, man, how do you stay so strong through all this stuff? And the truth is I don't. Music is what gets me through it. So, you know, people just hit me up like, yo, your music saved me or so, whatever. Like, and I'm just like, man, all these people that really want to give up on life. So I just kind of wrote
mental health right now.
Yeah. I know, you know, I'm a victim of it too, but I wouldn't say I would go as far as having suicidal thoughts.
Right.
The way I wrote it was a perspective of all these messages that I just get on, you know, day after day, whatever. And I don't know, man. I really try to connect with my fans and try to understand them because it really helps. Like I better understand myself through them, kind of.
Yeah.
So that's what that song was about. And then, tragically, disclaimer: like after making that song, I know 2 people personally that went ahead and committed suicide, man. And I'm just like, man, I wish I could have put that song out just a little bit sooner, man. Yeah, 2 and like less than 40 days apart.
It's extremely sad. I found my father after he did that, and you know, it's you know, people don't quite understand how fragile our world is right now. With that, everybody's struggling with different things, and you know, I preach a lot about people just being kind and thinking, you know, like everybody's going through stuff, but the how positive it has to feel though that you could have that much effect on the people. You know, unfortunately, I had two cats that did that, but how many people did you save by having a word that they can feel and they can relate to? Yeah, and, you know, that's got to be powering. You know what I mean?
That's what I hope for. Like I said, I do have insecurities. When I write these songs, I kind of like overthink, and that was one of them. Like, should I even put this out? Am I I don't ever want anything I say on music to be a publicity stunt.
Right.
And I felt like I've been seeing a lot of this suicidal awareness stuff, and I think it's I feel like a piece of crap right now. It's not Suicide Awareness Month. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. Yeah. So I'm seeing all this stuff, and I'm like, man, maybe I shouldn't put that record out. Maybe it's like trying too hard, but I don't know, man. Sometimes I listen to something beyond me, which I call God, and I think there's a reason that people gravitate towards me and come to me with their problems. Like I said, it does help me better understand myself, that I'm not alone with these crazy thoughts. Now, I know I would never go as far as, you know, committing suicide, but I can understand why one would get that far.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I just hope that I can only pray that my song, even if it's just one person, will save, prevent one person.
If it's just one person, that's amazing.
Then it's worth it. It's way bigger than any type of views or likes or shares or clout. If I could save one person off each record that I put out, you know, then I'm.
Well, and the fact, and I think this is one thing. Like when I met you at the Jelly Show and we got to talking, dude, I work. You know, what I do besides my studio and stuff, I work with troubled children and teens at a school. And one thing that really grasped me is you were humble, you was real. Our conversations, I've watched your live videos. Having that kind of empathy, not everybody has anyway. And what you bring, and they're going to feel that in your music. So you're going to be this like positive light that people are going to rotate around to get that energy and to get that vibe. So that's amazing that you can do that.
I do got one disclaimer. I'm not a perfect person all the time.
Hey,
but I try
none of
my
us
best. I do try my best, man. And I'll always be, you know, there for whoever needs me when I can be. And like it's always going to be authentic because, like I said, man, this is not about views. It's not about clout. I'm a human being. I'm going to go do this show tonight, and I'm going to go home, and I'm probably going to hop on a PlayStation and play video games. Like, it's literally, I don't know, man. I'll never fall into that stigma of, like, feeling like I deserve attention or eyes on me or anything.
But that's going to be what separates you. It really is, because I feel like like the people that I've interviewed in the past and we've interviewed on the show, that the ones that seem to actually grow the most are real deal people that have empathy, that have respect, just have respect for the human beings. And I think because of that, you will go further. And plus, you're staying consistent, and your shit's fire, dude. So,
Yeah.
that you're helping people, and it's fire. I mean I mean,
Thank you,
know,
man. Yeah, because I never know what's fire. I just put out what feels good, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, then I just keep trying. And that's another piece of advice. Just keep trying. People don't understand. A lot of people think I'm younger than I am. I'm 31 years old. I've been doing this for a really long time.
How long, like hardcore?
I was actually at.
pushing?
How long have
Like
I been
hard-
pushing?
Well, no, I mean, like, I know we've talked about different ages, but you said you've been doing this, and I know there's a little gap in between, but how long that, like, I'm going at this at a professional level, how long have you been grinding like that?
At a professional level, 10 toes down, all the way invested, about 2.5 years. Now, there's been other times in the past where I felt like I was 10 toes down, but I mean, I'm sure people can relate to this. There's fears that come in with this. Financial fears, relationship fears, all that stood in my way, and I just, I put the music to the side until it was like, yo, you're getting older. You're way behind. It's like, do you really want to do this or not?
Right.
And whenever I said, yeah, I really want to do this, I don't know, man. It's just like the universe has just aligned a lot of things for me. I'm thankful, and I don't know, man. It's crazy to think that people, I mean, even this, man, this is humbling. Like, it's not every day somebody gets to sit down and talk about what they're trying to do. This is crazy.
Yeah. I know I'm excited about it because we have different people, and crazy enough, the ones that are not quite there are the ones that think they're bigger than what they are.
Yeah,
those are. But I think that's what separates you for me as well, because I like seeing people that's growing, because I've been in and out of the scene. Like, my first time working in music, I was down, and I'm old. I'm 45, so I feel like I'm on the end of the timeline as far as getting out and doing tours and doing shows anymore and stuff. But my first experience, I was in a basement with my grandpa, and there's a couple dudes with banjos, and I'm hitting record on an 8-track recorder.
that's awesome, dude.
So I mean, the grind, getting out there and things, totally different direction. If you had any artist that you would love to do a show with, dead or alive, who would it be?
A show
or a song. It ain't gotta be a show. It could be just work on a piece together, a song together.
I think like the childhood me would have loved to done a record with Nelly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny, like, looking back now, like, he's the country grammar, and it's like they're throwing me in this country rap thing, which I don't make country music or anything, but I'm cool with. You can categorize me as that if you need to, but like, I don't know, man. I've always been
I don't feel like your music's that way. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like you're
I
your own
keep
direction.
I mean, just my people I'm associated with. That's just the genre that's been created.
Yeah.
And like, I happen to be kind of placed there, which is okay. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Nelly kind of is country rap in a way. Maybe that's a stretch. Long story short, like, he was the first like actual disc CD that I ever had, dude. So like, back then, you can't just hop on your phone and shuffle through a bunch of different artists. If you want to listen to someone else, you got to pop open the player, pull the disc out, put it back in its case, get another case, open that up, pull a disc out, put it in, hit play, pick the song you want. So it's like Nelly stayed in the disc, in my boombox for a long time. So I don't know, man. Nelly was like Nelly, Bone Thugs, DMX. You said Dead or Alive. God, actually DMX. My answer is DMX.
What?
Man, his shows are absolutely insane. I watch a lot of DMX performances.
Yeah.
Because he's real spiritual, man, and I am too. And that's one thing that I'm hoping that I can start implementing. I guess I could do it whenever I wanted, but like prayer, man.
Yeah.
People have been praying over me like the past 2 or 3 years, man, and it helps more than you think.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, and just getting the influence from DMX, like, how many people? Because I mean, God has put me in a position to stand in front of people.
Yeah.
You know, and if I can give that to anybody, like pray over anybody, that'd be, I don't know, that's something I want to do. So yeah, my answer is DMX. I love Nelly, but DMX.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, have you ran into any? Have you had that real big, like, embarrassing moment on stage?
Oh, dude, what? Every show, every single show, man. It's funny you say that because I actually had like the biggest show, headlining show of my life out in Dayton, and I'm not even making this up. Second song in, I sit down on a wedge, right, with the speaker in the front, and I'm trying to get intimate with the front row. I sit down. And as I'm about to get up, this thing rocks back. And in my mind, I'm like, it's over. There's no way I'm getting my balance back. I'm 100% about to fall at the beginning of this concert. I got a whole hour set. I'm about to fall backwards, land on my back. And it was like a 2-foot wedge. Like, I was going to land hard, but I don't know. Somehow, I don't know. The front row knew it was all bad. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like every artist does this. I forget a lot of my lyrics. A lot of times. Yeah. So, like, between forgetting lyrics and almost falling, yeah, I've had some embarrassing moments. Can't wait to find out what's going to be embarrassing tonight.
And, guys, just in case if you don't know, tonight at the Emerson's Theater, starting at meet and greet at 6 o'clock. Is that right?
Yeah, probably 5:30.
5:30 meet and greet. And then you got the show starting at 7. Mm-hmm. You got Gringo Gang. You got Bubby Galloway, of course. And
there's a guy, Kobe. I'm so sorry, man. It's either Colby or Kobe. Self-made. Yeah, I apologize, honestly. Like, the flyer didn't have anybody on it until... I don't think it ever had anybody else on there. Okay. So I just got off the phone with the promoter, Josh Stone.
Josh Stone? Yeah, I've worked with him a few times. Mm-hmm. He's good people over there at Emerson. Yeah. So, how are we? About 10 minutes? Okay. So, all right. So where are we going? I know just a few days ago, I was watching you on the live, watching you guys rocking out a new song. How long till that gets released? Are we looking at a full album drop?
So we were shooting a music video. That music video is completely edited now. So my album drops November 4th. I think that video is going to come, even though it's already edited and ready to go. I think strategically we'll probably roll that one out the week after the album drops. Okay. But I do have another video that's coming Thursday. So the day before the album. I mean... A lot of things have been like it's been hectic, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just recording songs and I'm shooting videos, and I'm learning, man. I'm learning. Man. It would have been great to have these videos out before the album, but I don't know. I'm kind of jumping the gun. Like, I've had this music done for a while, so I can't wait for people to hear it because it's almost getting old to me. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I got 3 different music videos for this upcoming album. So one video will drop the day before the album drops, and then the other 2 will kind of roll them out throughout November. Yeah.
What's the name of the new album dropping?
The name of the new album is Show Me It Was Real. It's obviously my sophomore album, so my second album, and it kind of just goes with the theme of the first album was Love Me at My Lowest. This one, Show Me It Was Real, and it's amazing. I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of myself. It's beautiful. It's beautiful music, good, man. Yeah, I love it. I'm proud of it. I cannot wait to get some reactions.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Do we have any future tours? What's
so I'm trying to jump the gun, dude. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to like have my own tour. It's just something I want. So I'm like, oh, we're going to get it in 2022. I'm going to have my own tour. That didn't happen. So I'm like, oh, for sure in 2023. But now I'm probably just going to kind of like bounce around on other people's tours. I don't know if I should say this, but we will. I met Struggle Jennings a couple weeks ago when I opened for Jelly in Newport. Okay. And he was like, man, anything you see my name attached to, you're more than welcome to come. So I might tag on a couple of his dates. Oh, yeah. Obviously, I had to talk to him and figure out which ones would make sense or where I could fit in. But I'll probably just keep doing the, opening. Jelly's blessed me. That's where I met you.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do that. I know Savannah's working on, her and Bravo's working on a tour of their own. So
Okay.
I'll probably just bounce around, keep opening, and just try to get people, more familiar with me outside of my market where I'm crushing it. So it might not make sense to like headline a tour for me yet, even though I'm dying to.
It's coming. I truly feel it's coming, brother. I really do. So did you talk to Struggle about a possible collab?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
It's already done.
Dang it.
Well, it's done on my end. He's on tour, dude. He's a great dude. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I met him probably 10 years ago, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like, hey, what's up? I'm Bubby. You're struggling.
Right.
It wasn't one of them like he was just with Jelly, and this was before Jelly is who he is
Right.
now. So I've kind of rubbed shoulders with him before, but we like actually met for the first time just a couple weeks ago. Incredible person, man, and an incredible human being. Struggle Jennings is. I mean, he came off of his bus and seen me, walked straight up to me, introduced himself as if I don't know who he was. Real humble dude.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, man. The aura he put, like his energy, man. Just a great dude. And he offered, anything my name's attached to, you can come and open or whatever. He's like, if you got a song you want me on, I'll do it for free. I'm like, well, let's do it. So as soon as I got home, as soon as I got back to Columbus, which is where I live, I started writing, sent him over a song. He loves it, and he said he's got his verse wrote, but he's on tour. So I'm assuming by the time he gets back, he'll probably tackle that. So yeah, I mean, you heard it here first. Me and Struggle will have one.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. We had Struggle on the show, 3 years ago.
Man, isn't he an awesome dude?
He is awesome, dude.
He's a good guy.
Our time because he was on a different time zone. He was like, "Hey," and he was literally just leaving a grocery store. "Hey, y'all, I promise I'm heading home. I'm be in the studio in just like a few minutes." And he's like, "I'll be right back." So we kind of kept the show going and stuff, and he popped back on, and it was really cool. He was like, "Man, I'm sorry the time zone changed. I didn't think about that." Yeah, he's a really good dude. We've seen him on a couple shows, and he's always been real cool.
Yeah, he's got a really nice live show.
Yeah,
I actually went out I performed, then I went out into the crowd and I watched his show. His daughter's an amazing singer too.
Yeah.
And then
Is that Brianna?
yeah.
Yes.
And then there was another lady that performed with him, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Dude, they're incredible singers. Their show was awesome. Their show was awesome.
To come when they came back through this last time, and I didn't make it there, so that upsets me a little bit. I have seen highlights. How are you looking on time, Bubba? I know Okay. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Is there any shout outs you want to do at the end of the show? You want to tell thank you to any fans, families?
Man, everybody knows I thank them 24/7. So I'm just going to say thank you. I know it's been a long time coming. We talked about this probably 10 months ago.
God, yes.
And I thought I was going to be on time, but I asked Siri where Guitar Center was, and she took me to Guitar Center instead of straight here. So
it's all good. It worked. It worked
Yeah,
out. We
man.
had a great interview.
Yeah,
guys,
man,
thank
thank
you
you.
so much. It was great. Man, seriously, guys, if you're in Indy tonight, get yourself over to the Emerson Theater. It's going to be a great show. He's got some great supporting acts. Bubby's show is amazing. If you can't get there, man, look at all his new music. It definitely, you can vibe with it. You get a little, you can feel it. I'm telling you, he's real. He's humble. He's up and coming. You don't want to miss this.
appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Brother, thank you so much for being on the show.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. We'll
So
do it again.
Guys, this is the usual part of the show where I'm usually sitting in front of a screen doing some silly shit. Hey, if you need any podcast needs, make sure you get a hold of Wyatt here at Wave One Media. He's got some great things going on. Just get a hold of him, and he can figure out a way to get you on a time slot, or he can record you in a bank vault, or all over the place. It's crazy stuff that he can do. So get a hold of Wyatt here at Wave One Media. Hey, and all the graphics, logos, the shirts, hats, anything in between, you need video, get a hold of me at JK Multimedia Productions. I can make sure we can tell your tale. Hey, and our missing link that decides to slide in, Miranda Monday. Make sure you get a hold of Miranda for any managing, networking, consulting needs. She can take care of you. If you know artists you want to see on the show, or you've seen somebody on the show and you want to rock out with them, get a hold of us. We can sync you up. I don't know how many different songs, crazy enough, that has got started after a few interviews on the show. So just hit us up. So that will be wrapping up the end of our special edition, Saturday edition here with Bubby Galloway. And again, guys, you all hated a Monday once or twice in your life. So let Monday love you. We love you guys. Thanks for watching.